But time for away we go. I'm done looking at the fucking bozo clowns who are morons. They distracted me with their tomfoolery. So we are in the Grand Fortress hangar. Here's everybody hanging out. Taral and Aphrodite are getting ready to return to their respective peoples, and so they ask Kazuki to give his best wishes to Shiakape, and Aphrodite tells Jane and Michi that she's still got a job to do, finding somewhere for the S1ians to live, because they can't live on this planet because they were going to destroy it and create a closed time loop of hell. But space is big, so, you know, there's got to be somewhere out there. And she understands the folly of travelling through time to fight their own ancestors and wreck everything. And she's going to tell Gatler the entire deal and let him decide. I'm pretty sure, because he's a huge shithead, that he's going to go with, nah, fuck it, we're going to live on Earth anyway, fuck him. And so it's time for her and Terrell's new battle to begin. And this is as far as the Grand Fortress can take them. And they have to take a small shuttle to go to the Skull Moon base. Terrell asks Raven here to thank Sandman for his help. And Raven tells them to be careful because the war between humans is growing fiercer around here. Michi is obviously worried about Kappei here. And Kazuki's like, ZEUTH will pull through it. They're cool as hell. Don't worry about him, Michi. And Terrell believes in us as well, which is why he's going to do this whole deal anyway. And then Aphrodite in turn is like, Marion, you're also headed to the moon, right? I want to see you again to dispel the unease raging within me. I'd like to look into your fearless eyes once more, Marion. So, Soraka welcomes Diana to the moon and figures he should say they're pleased to meet you that he didn't get to say before. And Diana is like, this man, as expected, was well aware of me changing places with Kihel when they saw each other in Gibraltar. He says that he's honoured to be by her visit, but she finds it weird that he's here considering that she had the base was under Logos command, or is he with them? And he explains that the radicals of Logos have all been dealt with, and the New Earth Federation has brought everyone onto the same page now to safeguard humanity's future. And she's like, Requiem's a pretty big gun for that though, huh? And Soraka says that the spring around has said prosperous future, selection among the population, and the power to execute it is necessary. It's like, oh yeah, we'll just kill a bunch of the undesirables, the deplorables, I see. Surely a wise leader like Diana can understand that this is just how the world is. And he wants to release Dome Seal in a bid to acquire even greater power? She asks. And Agrippa is like, please don't. The only thing that will come of this is the destruction of mankind. And so Rocco is like, Agrippa Maintainer, I understand your wish for peace and quiet, but someone as unscrupulous with his methods as you has no right to criticise. And then Diana's like, alright, yeah, he was the one who tried to sell me off to the Federation. And then Agrippa's like, okay, yeah, but the Black History is a history of war, and I think its legacies and the truth about it would stimulate everyone's fighting spirit and bring around endless conflict. And Soroko's like, okay, you have any other ideas? For how humanity is to stand against the aliens, the fallen angels, and all the other foreign powers? And Agrippa says we should do it with the strength we have. And Sorok says, no, greater power is necessary to guide the world down the correct path. And whether you're dealing with aliens or other humans, the only way to deal with incompatible beings is via strength. And then Gripper's like, oh, jeez. He has a mask of rationality, but he's already lost control to his inner aggressiveness, his aggressive instincts. And Diana says that to access Dome, you need a person to act as a bridge to the Thing's mind, and she said that Sirocco abducted someone from ZEUTH that fits the bill. He goes, oh, yes. So he summons, he asks for Dome's maiden to be brought in. And so, Diana says that Tifa Adil's not looking so good. And Sirocco says, oh no, she's just a little bit dazed right now. And they're like, you mistreat her so to get what you want. And Sirocco says, we just applied a little hypnosis to get her to play ball. He's done nothing that would leave long-term negative effects, because both Tifa and Diana have the important role of being this world's rulers. And Diana's like, rulers of the world? He goes, yes, you and Tifa Adil, And then Fix Bloodman comes in and says that ZEUTH are on the way. And then Jibril and Vasco are already set to intercept, and Sirocco figures that he'll be ready for a second Requiem, so by the time the combat finishes. Take out the plants, and mankind's as good as theirs, is what Bloodman thinks here. And then Diana's like, foolish puppet, trying to boast his political influence. Then Bloodman's like, you should have stayed asleep on the moon instead of poking your nose into this world's business. And she says, I'd like to remind you what came of the moon race when we stood by on the 7th Space War 15 years ago. The entire southern hemisphere of the homeland was razed to the ground. And she means to see that never happens again. She's going to reveal the truth of the Black History. And Sirocco, so she partly agrees with Sirocco, but she does criticise his habit of looking down on everybody else, and says any idea someone like him has of saving the world is just his own egotism at work. And then Sirocco is like, yeah, that may be true, but I have what it takes to make it work. And Diana is certain that humanity isn't as foolish as he thinks, and she's certain that ZEUTH is going to stop Requiem. So Sirocco's like, alright then, how about we hold off on that dome thing until ZEUTH and the plants are dealt with then. ZEUTH's defeat should make it clear who's fit to guide the world. And Tifa is like, hurry, Garrett. So this is scenario 52, the truth about the Black History. So, Sirocco's given the order here to hold the Jamaican down again. He's given them a bunch of guys, and Jamaica wonders here if this is a vote of confidence in them, because he's been given so many troops. And then Vasquez is like, no, he's trying to get us indebted to him in a ploy to reduce us to his dogs. But Jibril says that they can make a comeback as long as we survive this. They can upset the balance between Sirocco, Dewey, and Adel, and create an opening they can exploit. So until that happens, they'll just have to endure. And there's Ian here, the Gertie Low from 1 million years ago. He notices that ZEUTH are incoming, and Jibril is eager for Dorandar's Requiem to be played before our stunned faces. And so Corrin is outraged that the Promised Land is marred by the giant Requiem gun. And there it is. And beneath that lies Dong. Harry says that Diana has come to break the seal, and Tifa's nearby as well, awaiting rescue. Torres detects an energy build-up in Requiem, and he says we got 3 minutes before it fires. So that's our limit to break through the enemy's perimeter and wreck the place. Quattro here says we should focus our fire on the 2 flagships to scatter the remaining defenders. Roger that. Let's do this, Shin. We have to put an end to that thing. I might not be Wazaft anymore, but I'll still do whatever I can to protect the people of the plants. All of their lives are now in our hands. And then we all get hype. Shin's not even fucking allowed out. Everyone's like, come on, do it. ZEUTH, open fire. Bring down the enemy flagships within those 3 minutes. And so, the objective: shoot down the Alexandra and Gertie within 3 turns, and the skill point is destroy all other enemies. And we've got max morale, and we don't need to hold back for SP or anything, so, you know. But Bash doesn't want all the space noise to die. That's less people to rule over. Holding back to spread XP is something to struggle with me. Just take solo time out for everyone else, not so much. Have you considered leveling up their abilities? And because you don't need to get the... They don't need to get kills to get the skill parts right. You can just have Chidase solo some entire maps. And then spend the skill points that you'll buy eventually. Like, you should be saving for, like, not spending any tack points at all until you get the tack point increasing thing in the factory. Got that one at 4-9 sorted? Yeah, well then you're good then. Just let someone solo all the maps and then spend all the tack fee you earn on everybody else, and then eventually they'll be able to handle it. And like Spammy says, the level scaling Super Outlaws means that the people who are behind will end up being real good. It will not be a problem. Are they all in wide just to make this? Yeah, they fucking are as well. Good. That's our point. Destroy every Joker before you get the big boys. There's a Destroy Gundam, and everybody is in wide except for these weird shithead men. They'll tell you which with 999 Rangers going. Yeah, basically, you can do that if you want. And in V, the highest you can get is the dang 400. Just spend your money on leveling other guys up, and then you'll be good. Yeah, took us 84 hours renting it as uploaded. Nice, nice, nice. I'm done. Infernal. Octo, she translated the interview with Terada and Mogami. It was very enlightening. This can't be happening. He's just shooting me with brain guns. Yeah, there's no more letters. They didn't want to use T because they were going to save that for a big one. Super Robot Terada. I don't see how they couldn't be aware of the international audience anyway, considering, you know, they decided to spend all the money on translating their guys, their damn games. And you don't do that if you're not expecting returns. They just thought there wasn't enough of one. Yeah, except then Moon Dwellers happened, didn't it? And then VX and T and 30. Like, I feel like they've already shown that they are aware that there is an audience and they think there is enough of one to make it worth doing the thing that they've done, because otherwise they wouldn't be doing the thing that they've done. Is the moon out? The moon is out. Can't wait to get a laser beam from just where we are. Oh, yeah, I can be used. Yeah. But this interview was from like 2 weeks ago or something. Yeah, like if they just remade every old game, but with like animation quality of J, that would be fucking incredible. And if they just did it as like, oh yeah, the OG1 level even, it's like, no, that's fine. Just release a bunch of games that have OG1 or OG2 level animations, and off you go, with the ability to skip animations after you start playing them, the ability to choose your counter attack, you know, the various things that make it so it's an actual playable game.
こっちもやられたくはないんでね。やってみますか。ほらほら、今日はサービスするよ。
Was this level 4? Beautiful. It was also weird that so it's not weird, but it's always been obvious to me, at least, that was the deal. For what series get in depends on merchandising opportunities also. Like, for me, that's always been like, well, yeah, obviously. Use OG Get a Rubber next time. As long as the game has voice acting, they won't have the OG crew, but they might have the OG Robo, because it does appear in Get a Rubber again, right? Before everything goes to shit, and we got it in a bunch of Z2 Part 1. With the music in the series about them. Positon reflector. Let's get this Joker in front because he can do the good old attacks. So that's turn 1. Right. Not looking amazing for blowing up all those guys at the back because they didn't do the boat ferrying thing, but sure. Spin salsa. Gold strings. What if you try them? Spiral Crusher Punch. I think my ideal superb robot system would be like tries like this, but your buddies can help on enemy turn. Just they exist would be a pretty good one. TFO literally invincible. Brilliant. Oh, it's this bozo. It's Abel, the guy who could not ride the rainbow. No, it's not in the premium edition. I did the old music check to see what's legal and what's not. Hey, it's a bozo. And basically, all the modern guys where their music was done by real bands, definitely not allowed. Okay, yep, so Abel's like, I'm not gonna win like this. Is that supposed to be special? How can I die like this? And then all the new types like, what the? That pilot? He fears death? He doesn't want to die? Oh, is he riding the rainbow finally? He's riding the rainbow finally. So, more Razovets show up, and Jamila's like, the flash system! That pilot is a new type! So, they'll join his squad, and Hawan's like, a system that allows the control of entire mobile suits via brainwaves. Pretty impressive. Karis tells about the flash system, and it's a byproduct of the new type military application. And she's like, interesting, if the pilot can make use of it, that is. And Abel is like, finally, I can use the flash system! I'm a cool boy, I'm a real boy! I'm a new type! And then old boy Tony's like, wow. It's poorly timed for you. And Shaggy thinks it shouldn't matter, because his role has always been to keep ZEUTH busy. And he's charging at us, and Garrett is like, dang it, dude, I'm not going to lose someone who used new type powers just to wage war. And then the very next image in the LP is Dragoons shooting the fuck out of him, and it's like, yeah, I suppose. But it's gonna beat the Gundam. I ain't done yet. Shinjiteruぜ. Shinjiteru yo. Soul Graviton Cannon. I'm doing alright. How's everybody else doing? So is Jibril being like, damn ZEUTH! Blast you! Letting you be was only a help to that accursed Sirocco. This is for Heaven's base, and for all! We'll destroy you on our way to Sirocco. Spoilers. He won't.
ゾイン
It's the Gertie Lou.
配備これより戦闘を開始する急げ
It's got 4 catapults instead of just 2. I think guys can launch from underneath anyway. Oh, I have when I got shot and I took literally some damage, whereas the TFO is just nah, not even 10, just completely invincible. Bum, 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 bum. So this is turn 2.
逃げられません。ファンネル。
You cannot run. Funnel. There is no escape. Fuck, I love hammer a lot. It's thanks to her that I never eat undercooked chicken. Ding 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 ding. Rocket punch. Beam saber. Boom, 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 boom.
攻撃を集中させる様のためにもう一つ突っ込んだよ
Unfortunately, got reflected.
こんなわからずやは切ります。
Sliding along and
人が安心して眠るためには
they do this to protect the peoples.
名前負けだなガンダム
You're not good enough, Gundam. Damn, these bozos can finally do damage to it. Oh, you just let drive though, which is nice. Leroy's that. Put his full power, gonna smash through it. I'm gonna smash him. And the output's good, man. Bulldozer. Stage 2, go! Beautiful, nailed it. The big thing from the interview that was really good was the there's a lot of games to play and a lot of them are unplayable right now for various reasons. It would be nice if we could make it so people could play them. Yeah, so Abel's like, what the? This is impossible! After I woke as a new type, how could I die? And then he explodes. And then Amra's like, wow, that man thought new type powers was just something to be used for war. And Jim was like, there's so much more to it, or at least that's what I want to believe. Captain. Like, even if they could only do their platoon attacks, on the enemy turn, that'd still be good. Seriously, not change the gameplay? No, he says the opposite, right? He says he would change the gameplay some. He just wouldn't change the animations and stuff. That's what he wouldn't change. He would add all the quality of life stuff, and seeing as the Super Robot Wars gameplay is basically completely unchanged from the very first one.
Like
he wouldn't, obviously wouldn't, if he really said they wouldn't change anything. I'm just saying that would be what, like, my ideal system would be this, but the guys who aren't the main guy exist on the enemy phase. That's completely unrelated to any of the previous things being discussed. Bascom is like, the Federation, the new Federation will always be there to get you. They will always stand up for what's right. Yeah. So the Federation will always uphold order. We will rid this world of anything that dares challenge its might, starting with you. Yeah, it's multi-spirit casting, all weapons upgrading, the ability to skip animations once they've started, which they didn't have even like as far as Alpha 2, right? Like if you have animations play, you can't skip it once it's started, get fucked. I didn't want them to get in the boat, but I couldn't see where I was clicking. I thought they were going to go into a weird little gap. But I couldn't see. 3D maps drangled again. Like some of the older games, you can't even choose how you respond to enemy attacks, right? You get attacked and you're just like, well, I hope he uses the right weapon instead of only the strongest weapon available to him at all times. The main trick is the skip it, like having an animation play and then being able to skip it, or the fast forward, because they have the fast forward button as well, right? A lot of the time, letting the animation play and then hitting the skip button is faster than having the skip go. Because you haven't seen the August combination for a long time.
こういう役なら任せてよ。花道作りといこうか。
Yeah, just being able to skip an animation once it's started, the fast forward button, the button where it's like skip to the next attack. So you're like, I don't want to see my shit, but I want to skip to the boss's stuff because I've seen my Vulcan attack 700 times, but I haven't seen any of the boss's moves. Yeah. Some Super Robots games have a thing where it'll go to the map afterwards where it's like, oh, hit and did this much damage. And in a lot of them they just dropped that after that, where it's just like, nah, if you skip, you need to check manually to see what happened. Unless you like just don't play the animation in the first place, and then you get like the little quick summary, right? Where you have the little guys bump into each other. Apart that. This is the... No, not yet! I cannot die before I've destroyed Durandal, ZEUTH and Sirocco! I cannot die! Spoilers. He can. Much appreciated, General. At the very least, you made a useful distraction. Logos may be finished, but I'll fulfill your wish of eliminating Durandal. Thanks, Nagas. Oh, gas. Titan count. Not even facing him, just giving him the blammo. What's wrong? What's happening? What the? Why? Huh? Is that Heihachi? I believe Vascom might be, actually. Vascom, or is he just... Daisuke Gori. Yep, Heihachi. Oh, Mr. Satan. Dozel. Soul on banjo. Keep going. The ship hasn't sunk yet. It can't be. Farewell, Vascom. I'll take good care of yours and Jamadov's Titans. We did it. The way to Requiem's clear. Go, Garrett. Hold on, Tifa. I'm coming to get you. I don't think so. Requiem was already finished its charging sequence. Detecting activity within Requiem. It's gonna fire. Gah, we're too late. Tifa! Requiem's stopped? What's going on? Something wrong with the generator? Dome stopped Requiem. Tifa Adam. Master Paptimus, the Space Revolutionary Army is incoming. Ugh, the worst possible moment. Requiem is inoperable. Seize Dome immediately. The Goddess Victory smiles upon those who control the moon. We'll crush the Federation. Damn you, Zydel. Leading the troops in person, are you? Is it going to turn into a battle between the Federation and revolutionaries? And here we are, stuck in the middle. Oh, I'm sick of all these three-way fights. Lower your weapons. Your Majesty. Hi, my name is Diana Soleil of the Moon. I have an announcement to make. I'm going to remove Dome's seal and shed light on all of the Black history. Now? If you should know the truth, lower your weapons and come inside Dome. She's fighting us and the revolutionaries? What do you think, Captain Bright? Continuing would just put us in a battle of attrition with them. Let's do as she says. Understood. It's our wish to see the truth revealed. Any objections, Paptimus Sirocco? Absolutely none, Diana Soleil. In fact, there's someone in ZEUTH that I'd much like to see. Lady Diana, you'll tear open the forbidden gates to help humanity? The truth of the Black history, finally revealed. Tifa, Garrett, I knew I'd see you again. Thank you, Garrett. I also believe you came. Was it you who stopped Requiem? No, Dome responded to me. The new type mind said to slumber? Everything will be revealed soon. Please, follow me. Tifa. So we got some shit here. We got some fucking guys going on here. So we got the Tree of Life. You got some Crayon Dimension. Here... if I'm not mistaken, that's the Garden of Barrel from, you know, the Alpha games and OGs, second OGs. Like, there's the big tower that's in the middle. That shoots the big gun. Here we just got a space in it. That's what space looks like in it. I don't think there's anything else that I recognize in particular. Oh, here's Uni 7, obviously. The rest of it is just shots of some stuff. There's like this weird elongated Oscar the Grouch man. He's like a little man looking out of a clam. But yeah, I'm pretty sure this is the Garden of Barrel up there. But welcome, everyone. And then here's Kiel. Glad you're safe, Lady Diana. Ah, Kiel Heim. You're magnificent at your proclamation. I made it this far precisely because I had to live up to your accomplishments. This is Dome? Videos projected all over the room. They're recordings of Earth's history stored here? I believe so. Paptimus Sirocco. You, the boy I met in Gibraltar. Tell me your name. Camille Bedan. Fine opportunity for you. Once you know humanity's history of war, you should also wish and understand the proper way to use your powers. You mustn't follow in the footsteps of those fools who, while blessed with talent, squander and allow it to rot. He didn't say your name, Quattro, it's fine. Guilty conscience much? And yours is the proper way, dominating humanity, manipulating them according to your whims? The ignorant masses need to be led. That's the duty of a ruler. And you are that ruler, scum? Who knows? I witnessed history, merely using my strength to pave the way onwards. I just love how, as soon as Haman hangs out with Quattro for like 20 minutes and just gives him some CBT and annihilates his coin purse, she's always just like, I'm alright, I'm better now, whatever, I'm not evil anymore. But yeah, he thinks he's just a bystander? You and Dorandel are cut from the same cloth. However, your unwillingness to take responsibility for anything makes you even more poisonous than him. We're in the presence of Her Majesty Diana. I have no intention of starting a fight. Still, it seems clear to me that it's impossible for us to reach an agreement. Coming here has already been worthwhile, if only to confirm that you need to be struck down. Oh, I'll remember that. Fine words from the Red Comet, the failed new type. This world moves by the hand of a few geniuses. The bellowing of one such as you, who couldn't attain that power, is meaningless to me. And then, what a swollen ego. People like you are what caused this war. So, you can't understand me either? Truly a shame, Camille Bedan. And you're Jamil Neat. Lance Rodell. First time meeting face to face. Jamil Neat, the man responsible for destroying the Southern Hemisphere during the 7th Space War 15 years ago? Yeah, that must have hurt him, like... It's alright. Quattro is a lamentable dust man. Colony drops for the Space Revolutionary Army's doing. You got some gold thrown in your mouth glossing over that fact. Stammery Bloodman. That was due retribution for Earth's usage of new type powers as tools of war. Dome is another example of this. Fools like you who refuse to acknowledge the innovation of mankind dismantled the first new type down to the genetic level and incorporated him into this facility's systems. Our predecessors created Dome to prevent people from blindly idolizing new types, just like you're doing, by making them as taboo as the Black History. New types are a revolution. Humans baptized by space. Accept it! President of the New Earth Federation, the commander of the Space Revolutionary Army. Both leaders, yet devoid of rationality. More like a barking match between two dogs. Not pleasant to listen to, is it? But aren't new types exactly like that Zydel guy's saying? Well, Tifa and Amuro's perceptiveness are both amazing, but if this innovation of humanity means everyone must eventually become a new type, wouldn't those who couldn't do it be left behind? Guess that's just how it is in the new type theory that Zydel's preaching. Huh, so the old man's a new type too? No. Wait, you can tell Camille? No, it doesn't matter whether he's a new type or not. I just can't accept his views. Fucking Camille was like, nah, fuck that guy. Every time. That's right, Camille Bedan. You look like you've got the right idea. Oh my god. You must be sure that your talents aren't wasted on fools. Right. Sorry, Camille, judo doesn't exist in this dimension, so... You're the new #1 boy. Accept it, Bloodman. New types are the ones who should shoulder humanity's future. Don't make me laugh. Why aren't there any new types in your army then? These past 15 years, not a single one of your underlings has awakened any powers. We'll awaken once new types rule. That's why the lowlives who live on Earth must be overthrown. Enough! Jamil, I've been trying to figure out who I am for all this time, and I still haven't found an answer. But I'll tell you this. New types aren't gods, nor are they a means to spread your doctrine. Much less a tool to be used by others. Captain Jamil, we're all bound by the concept of new types, just like you. Lieutenant Amuro. Amuro! New types and non-new types. No point in that distinction. At the very least, the presence of that power has no bearing on deciding a person's worth. Amuro, you'd waste your powers just like that? The world would be destroyed by these fools unless superior men take the reins. You'd let that happen? There are other ways to overcome that issue. Everything will be answered shortly. The battle that ended the world, the Black History. Once the people know the truth about it, they realise their own foolhardiness. Yeah. It's because he's not invaded her mind yet. He's not invaded her mind, so she's not upset at him for doing that and invading her privacy. She's just like, boy, instead of, fuck are you. And I'm sure Dome will tell you the meaning behind new types. Consciousness of the first new type. Stop! Knowledge doesn't mean everything will be fine, and sometimes chaos may be born because of it. Settle down, Agrippa Maintainer. Even if you conceal the Black History, humans ruled by their fighting instincts won't be capable of comprehending what it entails. It's already too late for the people gathered here. Knowledge and wisdom will avail them not. Shabaya speaking. Yeah, alright, that's enough out of you, guy. When you get off talking like we're a bunch of morons. We came all this way to learn the truth, and you're not stopping us. Try whining again, I'll wreck those goggles and your face. Sure, we might be a bunch of good-for-nothings who are driven by fighting spirit, but I'll take that over a coward who sticks his head in the sand at the first sign of trouble. Tifa Adel, please contact Dome's mind. Yes, Tifa. Don't worry, Garrett. Have faith in me. Code input. By my name as Diana Soleil, let the seal be removed. Dome, fill my mind once more and reveal everything to us. Now we get the new background. So, we got... Oh, fuck. So now we've got Uni 7 falling. Yeah, that's definitely the Garden of Barrow with the big tower in the middle. Got some more space. And then, what? The monitors are all playing videos of fights? These are the battles of the Black History? No, that can't be it. There's God Sigma right there. And Baldios is in this one. And that's the Gecko Go and the Nervash too. It's us. These videos are of us. Now, what's going on? Were the battles of the Black History the ones that got recorded at Dome? Hold on, if you look closely, a few things are different with that ZEUTH. Aquarian and the Overdevil fighting fallen angels together. Just like the legends. So that's the Wings of the Sun planet. In that case, who's the King Gainer sitting right next to it? Not me. Alarmex have some small differences too. It's not clear, but it's got this Mazinger I've never seen before. That terrifying machine. It's a Getter? Ryoma seeing the Black Getter. That's spooky. Ryoma in 10 years after seeing the Black Getter. Damn, that's raw as hell. Slaps. Lady Diana, is this... I'm not certain either. However, these are the recordings stored in domes. So it's unquestionable the fact that they're representing the battles of 12,000 years ago. Yeah, probably Mazinkai's and Shin Getter. Could be the Black Getter. Could be Mazinger Zero. Didn't exist yet, but you know, could be. Could just be Shin Mazinger. And then, what's the meaning of all this, Dome? Tell us! Seekers of answers. The recordings you're watching are a portion of a war that lasted hundreds of years. This is... not hallucination, that was someone's voice. This sensation... it's a consciousness. A commingling of the minds of countless people? Yeah, Mazinger Zero wins that self retcon. It can do that. I am Dome. Those who were once called new types. I recorded the events of the Black History and now observe humanity's course. Are we dreaming? Too real to be a dream. And that voice just now really was Dome. That's right. Thanks, you for me out. Dome recorded the battle that happened in the past, the Black History, and his mission is to convey it. He's always maintained a neutral stance as an observer. But he still gave power to Requiem, didn't he? No, that was precisely due to his neutrality. He has no criteria to judge the merit of how his energy is used, neither good nor bad, just neutral. Oh, well, that one, alright. But Dome did listen to me and stopped Requiem. His mind decided to protect the lives of human, even if it meant twisting his own mission. And then, Dome, I may have grown weary of observing war. Dome, please tell us what happened during the battles of the Black History. Such is my duty. All of those gathered here have a right to know the truth about the Black History. Time for it to come to light. Over 12,000 years ago, space-time was destroyed and a new world was born. The people called that event Break the World. Huh? But isn't that what we call the event that created our multi-dimensional world? But that wasn't a year ago, but over 12,000... What do you mean, huh? The recordings you're seeing, those were made during the long battle that followed the Break the World. I find understood now that I've met you. The records of the Black History events that lie within me. Those are the outcomes of your struggles. What the? Huh? At the root of the Black History battles, there was a group called ZEUTH. With the root of the Black History? You're saying the Black History events occurred due to our continued fighting, and at the end another break happened and split up the world? Now, hold up, we're all here right now. How could we do it back then? Paradox born of a time warp. It wasn't just the S1 people who travelled through time due to the Break the World. Correct! Professor, as we already know, at the final moments of the Black History, the world was split into various timelines and progressed separately. The world with fallen angels, the world with Dome, and the world covered in scum coral. All of those were merged together with the Amanian, Universal Century, and Cosmic Aero worlds due to the dimensional quake. Rather, they didn't just combine, they essentially transcended 12,000 years and closed a time loop. A time loop? So if the war continues, the Black History will begin, another break will occur at the end, and the worlds will carry on as separate timelines. At some point, another dimensional quake will break down the barriers of time and space, recreating this multi-dimensional world and repeating history anew. A self-contained cycle spanning thousands, possibly even tens of thousands of years. The Black History is the battle that will occur from here on out, which will end with the world's destruction. Hilarious, isn't it, Queen Diana? You thought to warn the people by showing the foolishness of humanity's past actions, but you ended up revealing their future. Stop it, Professor! This is the truth! Our present is the Black History, and we're already en route to our destruction. I knew it! It's all over, we've been stumbling towards our doom! Wrong. I know how we can change that future. She's right, Professor. We've already managed to stop Earth from becoming S1. We won't let the Black History be repeated. Rather, we won't let it occur in the first place. Yeah, it's rich, but how about we stick to reality? Just look at the bickering fools over there. The Black History is inevitable. Ugh. You suggesting we'll cause the Black History? His assessment is reasonable, and that's precisely why a leader is needed to guide the people in a better direction. People trying to dominate others is what causes wars. You still don't get that? Look at the recordings Dome has shown us. Regardless of whether that was you or a parallel version of your group, the fact remains that it was ZEUTH which led to the Black History. You have no right to object. That's... Humans can fix their mistakes. No one's idiotic enough to keep walking towards their own destruction when they know it's coming. I feel like that's the moment, right? That's... Because as we know from all of the ZEUTH games and the ZEUTH3, Shar is literally the most important person in the universe. In the multiverse, in fact, other than Hibiki, because Hibiki is obviously the most important. But that's the one. This is the moment where this Quattro, he does it, right? He's doing the thing. He's like, oh jeez, this is fucked. What if I just didn't? That's fine. I don't want things to end either, and if you say you'll prevent the black history, I'll go on to try and save the world in my own way. But yeah, man shown the infinite possibilities of him fucking up and making everything worse goes, what if? No. And, because we get it in Z3, right, that from the very beginning he's been getting the memories and thoughts and hearing the voices of the other dimensional Shah Aznavals. And so he just, like, has little visions where he's like, I'm not fucking doing that, mate. That sounds like some bad shit. I'm gonna go buy ice cream that day instead of dressing up like a clown. Whatever. But yeah, he's gonna save the world in his own way. We'll do the same. This foolish war will be over once new types rule society. Oh, cut it out. Do you even know what new types are about? Even if they can save the world, how do you figure it's acceptable to wage war for it? He's being full frontal by himself. Yeah, he is absolutely full frontal by himself. Like, that's the deal. Is Shah in the Z series is having visions and memories and thoughts, and he can hear them speak, and of Shah's in other timelines all the time, and that's why he's just like, what if I just fucking didn't? But battle's in the name of obtaining something. Human nature or not, there's nothing to be gained from a war over new types. Dome, you're the first new type, so please tell me, what are they? Are they an innovation of mankind? There are those who revere new types as gods. Some who fear that power but try to manipulate it, some who once had this power and others who still do. They grasp at the word new type and use it even as a spark for conflicts, chasing the illusion is this innovation of mankind. New types are an illusion? I don't think that's what he said, Jamil, but alright. It's impossible. Oh, God. Why would the first new type say something like that? What are you then? Were you not appointed the scribe of the Black History because you're one of the chosen ones? That was simply because of the power we possessed. He's not a chosen one, he just had a magic move. Yeah, he managed to clear the low bar, he did it. He is no longer Raiden. Christopher Lambert Raiden, that would be what one he would be. That power isn't an innovation of mankind. It's not the power of someone who can be called a new type. I can see why you'd want to think that way, but unfortunately, no. This power may be superhuman, but an innovation is something different. And then Amro sidling over to Quattro and holding his hand. Quattro, I know. I'll hear what he has to say. One's sole sense of value has been lost. We were all born amidst an endless war. Personally, I don't know why I had this power. It may have simply been a mutation caused by that era. However, we became a glimmer of hope for a tired people. That is what the word new type was. And so, the people who became shackled to that power clung to that word and continued to fight. So, new types won't shape the future? It's not up to a handful of people to shape the future. Our powers are not divine. Hear that, Zydel? The new type theory is just an illusion. That said, I do not think men who only use power as a tool of war can shape the future either. I still think we must place our trust in new types. I won't change my mind, whatever you say. There'll be no future for you as long as you remain that way. Son. I need an answer as well. What do you mean? 15 years ago, I was just a boy and I fought believing I was a new type. I saw time, felt the future. You saying that was an illusion? Tell me, please. Yes, it was all an illusion. Whatever future you might have seen, it will not be real as long as you do not make it so. Jimmy was like, tell me, was that an illusion or did I actually see that shit? It was an illusion. Damn. In that, you gotta make it happen if you want it to happen. Oh, come on! You should stop searching for new types and instead work on building a new future yourselves. A new future? Yeah, our new job is to stop the Black History from happening. Gotta stop looking to the past, Jamil. Holland. I know I ain't got what it takes to talk big, but we ought to do what we can. All for the future of this world, huh? Always remember, while the Black History is the past to me, it is the future to you. Which means we can change it. That's right. Just as this young man has done. Isn't that right, Garodran? He's just smirking, he's just like, me? You've changed the futures that Tifa foresaw many times over. I was just keeping her safe. I don't have any special skills. It was that strong heart that gave you the strength to change the future. That intent, unfettered by anything, is the power by which you'll create a new era. And that's something everyone possesses, new type and common people alike. Then we can also help build the future? All up to you, my little melon-headed friend. Well, I'm up for it. We're gonna pull it off, everyone. Oh, hell yeah! Everything we've done would be for nothing if we didn't. We're gonna shape our future with our own hands. That's what I'll fight for. So, we just get Dome going, new types, it's all an illusion. I mean, they're real, but the things you think they can do, well, obviously not. That'd be ridiculous. But you still have the future, but a future. But it's all illusion. Other than the bits that are real. But the bits that are real, not quite what you think. Not quite what you think. And then, good. Never forget that desire. One more thing, Dome. We heard that a break occurred at the end of the Black History and the world was destroyed. Was that caused by the Corallians awakening? The advent of the Great Power. Great Power? That's what Alex and Schwartz spoke of. Dimensional power, right? I am not certain either, but I'll show you a recording made at the final moments of the Black History. What? Nandai? Korewa? What's this? The whole sky's covered in a rainbow-coloured light. That's the last recording stored in me. This is the advent of the Great Power? I do not know, but there was a will behind it. A will? Dimensional powers being controlled by someone? All I know is that the Great Power manifested as Earth lay on the verge of collapse due to the constant battles. The universe was reborn under new principles, and each individual timeline began to flow. The Great Power. Dimensional power. Chikoruk. Wait, no! What should we do to save humanity? We need a concrete method! If we cannot rely on new types, then what can we do? Please, tell us! What should the revolutionaries believe in? What should we fight for? Stop, Commander. If what we believed in was an illusion, then we ourselves must build something to believe in. Hansro. Yeah, great power doesn't... It's not as punchy in just, yes, great power, proper noun, capital G, capital P. I understand, Jamil. The future is not what we should put our faith in, and its creation, the future is what we should put our faith in, and its creation is our mission. Yes. However, there are those who would not accept that. What's wrong, Dome? Some men have seized a portion of the energy I manage. Them Yatsuruga. Yeah, those fucking guys. Requiem's under attack? We got some of the top dogs of the Feds and revolutionaries in here. Who's doing that? Back to the ships, everyone. We're sitting ducks. Alright, we know what we gotta do now. No way we're dying here. I'm going too. Tifa, you should wait in the Agama. Wait, Gareth. My spirit will go with you. Tifa? I may not be able to ride in the mobile suit, but I'll still support you. I also want to build a future together, so I'll channel my wishes into strength for you to use. Alright. Whoa! Hey, where do those attacks come from? Whoa. Over there. Frost Brothers. How are they using the G-bits? They may have been adapted for new types, but these are still human creations. Dome's self-defense system is now in our hands. Curse Honore. Curse you, Frost Brothers. You wanted to seize Dome's power for yourselves? Correct, and that's why you played it being such obedient hounds. Filthy category Fs. How dare you? Do not call us that. Category F. those who couldn't become new types. Now we begin our vengeance on everyone who persecuted us. And reminder that these guys, they can't move the gun with their brain, so category F, the worst type of guy, they have perfect telepathy between each other and perfect like sense and thought and communication across any distance. Like they can feel what the other's feeling, like in like tactile sense and emotional. They're so fucking strong. Their weird bullshit power is so fucking good. But couldn't move the gun with their brain, so flunked. And it's like, yeah, I can see why they're very upset. Destroy them. The Space Revolutionary Army isn't finished yet. We'll eradicate both those who believe in and those who use new types. Our war begins now. Glory to our world.
我々は戦争を望んでいる。
だから君たちが邪魔なんだ。
They're gonna do it and they ain't stopping them. Bonk gets in the crab, fire the gun. They got a satellite laser now. This can't be. Yeah, it's being new type obsessed is bad. Weird. Satellite cannon. They've taken over not just the G-bits, but the power supply systems as well. What is wrong with you? Why do you destroy even your friends? Friends? We have none. Lodman was just another man who wouldn't acknowledge our power. And then there's Zeidel's group, always so fascinated with new types. Thus, we killed them all. That's your reason. It only makes you more of the people bound by the word new type. What's the point of all this? You don't accelerate the coming of the Black History. We know. And we want that destruction. We want the Black History to happen. Wait, the bros are a Dome story too? Why? If you know all about it, why do you still want it? It's our revenge against society as a whole. None of you could understand the pain of never having your strength given proper value. What's wrong, Tifa? I can feel the malice inside their hearts, enough hatred to destroy the world. Destroy the world? Not pry into other people's hearts, Tifa Adil. But why? How can you hate the world so much? You're fucking in it, Kira. Get out. Our lives have been rejected from the moment we were born, and the fault lies with Gilbert Durandal. What? What's that supposed to mean? Weren't they from our world? What's Durandal got to do with it? You've learned the truth about the Black History from Dome, have you not? The Black History is the final moments of this multidimensional world, and our world was born in the aftermath of that. It was a relic of said Black History that sealed our fate. Relic of the Black History? A system devised by Durandal that managed society via each person's genes. The Destiny Plan. Managing society via people's genes? The plan sought to decide the people's lives, their destiny, so to speak, according to the natural aptitudes associated with their genes. A utopia where everyone was assigned their ideal role in life, a world without war or poverty, and without individual freedom. That existed in our world? The UNE found an overview of the Destiny Plan and decided to experiment with it. They wanted to discover what genetic factors were required to trigger a new type awakening, and we were among the chosen subjects. Then, you're also new types? We do have the power to exchange thoughts with one another. However, as we grew, it became clear that that power was incompatible with the Flash system. And just like that, Category F, branded useless. The Destiny Plan warped our fate. We were despised because of the new types. Destiny Plan? Do you think Chairman Durandal would devise such a thing? And that we'd be able to see two examples of what would happen after it's set in motion? What do you mean, Haman? Durandal's already planning on implementing that plan after the Federation's dealt with. A society ruled by genes. That's the world he wants. Yeah, he wants a world ruled by genes while being a guy with the ability to modify people's genes. Pretty rude move. But yeah, fuck Durandal, he sucks. And that's why Axis broke away from him? You'd only look at these two to see the potential negative effects of it all. So we'll have our revenge against both Durandal and this world that's rejected us. This is why you guys hate everything? You have no idea of the anguish of having power beyond regular humans and being completely disregarded. But humiliated, tasted despair. Only with this world's destruction will that pain be healed. And from its ashes a new order will be built. That is the proper future we desire. Hell, I'm putting up with this. We'll deal with you later. First and foremost, we're going to destroy Requiem and Dome. There's another microwave transmission system besides this one, but the new type mind that sleeps here will die by our hand. Stop! Lady Diana's in there! The turn type's coming, brother. No matter, we'll destroy Requiem before its power manifests. No!
繁栄を怒らせるな。
Oh, wait, he just did that thing that we saw on the screen that was the very final moments of the back history. Thanks, Lauren. Gah! Wait, the wings that sprout on the white doll neutralize their beam? One day the Queen of the Moon and I shall touch the truth together, and the butterfly shall fly towards the future. That butterfly... Tifa's prediction came true. Filthy demon. The Moonlight Butterfly system was activated. Moonlight Butterfly? I remember! That light was the Moonlight Butterfly, the light that led the Black History to its end. Indeed! Sonotori. Fucking guy. Turn X. Kim Gingham. I've been waiting, dear brother. Waiting for the day where you'd awaken your true power. Brother? True power? Shinochikara. You mean the Moonlight Butterfly? And I'll see that such power belongs to my Turn X. Who are we fighting, Gim? ZEUTH or the dolls? Both, naturally. The black history shown by Diana is just the world I desire. Fuki-sama. You fool! You saw those recordings, yet you still want war? 15 years ago, I abided to Diana's command and simply observed the battle between Earth and space. This time, I'll do as I pleased, and I've acquired the power to do so. Kim Gingham. He'd also tread the path of destruction? Yeah, who are we fighting? Yeah. You and Mr. Big Bad Samurai there need to cut it out. If you want war and destruction that badly, you're gonna answer to us. We'll defeat anyone who desires conflict and avert the black history. Yeah, that's what we decided after everything we've learned. Very well. I'll happily cross swords with anyone who's willing. He's... To battle, Turn A. The Turn X shall also awaken with the data you hold. Moonlight Butterfly, can it help me? Garrett. Oh, I feel ya. It's like you're sitting right next to me. My mind will fight alongside you, so we may build our future. Alright, let's do this, Tifa. This is the war we sought. Come, Olba. Ultimate victory will be ours. Those mistakes ain't gonna be repeated. We're gonna keep our future safe. And so... Moonlight Butterfly map attack. Look at the fucking big butterfly splat you do. It's fucking good. And, of course, Moonlight Butterfly, just a normal attack. Size ignore, barrier ignore, armor down. Very expensive, but you know. And it just got 200 power to all weapons, plus 400 HP, plus 60 energy, and plus 5 mobility. So that's nice. And also, Tifa's in the robot now. So she's now a telepathic subpilot. So she comes with SP regen. Yeah, SP regen, new type X level 9. So she's the strongest new type around, because Camille takes a little bit longer to get there. And she has Trust, Cheer, Bless, Rouse, and Hope, which means she's better than Lacus as a supporter now. And so, as Rand, you have to destroy Enel, destroy either Shaggy or Olba on Mission 7. Mission 14, convince Enel with Garrett, have her be alive at the end of the mission. And then on Mission 27 as Rand, have Garrett or Jamil destroy the Petulia. If you've got 4 of those, Rand, or 2 and 40 skill points, then she'll join. And we've got the Black Box F sitting about as well. They've not done a recruitable game. And we've got over here, in the bandits, we got Maribel. She's alright. She's Ryo Natsuki, who voices Ryo in the OGs. She's Lulu in Final Fantasy X. And she can dodge real good. She's got HP regen, but you know, she does a bunch of shit with her roll. So you know, and Gim's the same as he was when we had him, but better. And these fucking jokers have the satellite cannon mapper weapon, which has infinite range and has a 3 square wide area of effect. So basically, as long as nobody is in these squares, they don't move. And so ending points, you get 1 for reducing Gim below 50% HP, and 1 for just shooting down both of these fuckers at the same time. So let's head over and deal with these guys first, because we don't have a time limit other than our finite lifespans in this life. And we don't really need to worry about their bullshit, because they need 130 morale to do it. Listen, you have to look both ways before you cross the street, or otherwise you'll end up like Frogger. Loading supposed to get boosted test done. Nah, we don't need it. It just drops our morale. Some of the guys could do with a refill though. But Gim and his crew are just gonna charge us anyway. With this white doll, you gotta do better than you gotta hit the white doll. This goddamn white mustache. Harry and Lauren both have HP regen, and standing on these tiles gives them HP and energy regen as well, so they're pretty set as things go. Sold on Lauren. Oh, it's Swenson. Black history. Impressive. But if an age of war is upon us, we warriors will rise to meet it. To arms! It's old Swesson.
無駄な抵抗無駄な抵抗
It's well as there is, we're gonna get ya. Sometimes you just have an eye field and all they have is beams, so they can't do shit to you. Bing.
あれだな家付きのモビルスーツ
Mustache mobile suit.
バランサーコントロール なんであなたたちは話し合おうとしないんですかあなたたちこそ皆さん下がってください月光町システムを起動させます
Like butterfly system mobilizing.
繁栄を怒らせるな
It's like a weird baby's again. Yes, Super Robo's art style, isn't it? He's a little samurai baby. He's got the top knot and everything. What the hell? Why mustache? Time for some G-Bits. Everybody's in white. Just why? Why would you do that? To me personally. Saber. Yeah, he looks good. Seven swell.
ミルバーシュ俺たちに力を
Lush, with our power. $12,000 ain't bad. Lifting technique level 7. There we go. You know what? No, we're not doing that. You sell like counterparts of the rose? Oh yeah, absolutely. That's my plan currently for taking them down, because there's an end point for taking down both of them at the same time. So I've got to get them both low, and then I've got to blast them with a really good all-aura map attack. And that's what that guy's move is. That was an interesting thing in the interview where they're like, okay, when a series gets added, they're told what one's got to be in, and like Zeta is like, Camille's got to be in, Camille's got to be in, and the Zeta's got to be in, and then everything else after that is like, what do we want to spend our resources on slamming in? Bing. Boom Saber Hyper. And they used to have like conference space, and they'd all be there, and they'd all be like, "This has got to be in. I demand this to be in. This has got to be in." And nowadays they just go, "Yeah, I guess we'll do this then." And it said like the demographic split is 95 male, 5% female, and I could both see that being true, but also that only being true of the people that answered the survey, right? antelope. Why not? So, thank you. Yeah, we're not gonna hit begin with it, but we're gonna blow up these fuckers, so...
ターンへを怒らせるな。
Nice. 80k from that, not bad. Okay, yes, this was like, I made a mistake and now I'm fucking died. Rip me. Yeah, so he's like, oh, I let the Russia real combat get to me. But either way, whatever, the Black History is coming, so I'll have fun in the next fight. It's criticized as a certain amount of market share that might also influence the demographics. That's true, that's true, that's true, that's true. Have to guess the rule split's like 80-20. Yeah, I can see it being that. Like, I do think it's gonna be more fellas than Goyles. And the most popular one, they're like, it changes with every response, like every survey. Like the last one we did, it was these ones, and you always have to discount OG because that's always the favourite one. Triple Mega Sonic Cannon, LFO. So yeah, yep. The Corallian girl is in the LFO. You mean Yurika? And the Rover boy. Do we know that can put it to good use? No way, Yurika's not a thing you just take. Try asking instead of trying to force things to go your way. I'm not letting you go on with this. OG is the favourite. Yeah, like if you just do a thing like what one the people like, then normally the OGs will pop up. So they have to exclude OG from the questioning. It turns out the games that are cheaper to buy than the others. You thought it was the least popular? No. But yeah, it turns out the one that's the cheapest to buy only has like 4 games in the thing to buy, and you don't need to know anything about Mecha Anime to get it. You can just go, oh, look at these guys. Yeah, internet nerds would have you believe that. Internet nerds would have you believe that OG is dead, while Terada is saying, oh yeah, OG's bigger than ever before. OG's dead, they're not doing it. It's like, they're literally doing an expo right now where everything fucking that you could pre-order before you went sold out within 30 minutes. OG is not fucking dead.
私への気遣いは無用です。バルトフェット艦長、お願いします。
了解。
Okay.
急ぐ。
What a strong attack! What the hot the paviat? Oh yeah, I guess it's being canon, whatever.
仕留めてみせる無駄な抵抗を
Does it have the job yeah, basically, but like a lot of people who talk about Super Road Wars are fucking moron clowns that have no idea what they're talking about and just say stupid shit all the time. Like, OG's dead. The Terada said OG's is dead. No, he didn't. He said they're going to start working on OG's after they finish doing the 30 development cycle, so it can't be dead if him going, the very next game we're making is going to be the guy. And he's like, oh no, look, he said it's dead. No, in this interview, he says he wants to wrap up the story of OG and the thing, and the plan was to wrap up the story in the game after Moon Dwellers. Seems like that's like, hey, OG's dead, it's bad, no one likes it. You mean the ones that sell slightly less than the mainline ones, but cost like 10% the price? And then and in that very same interview, he says, "Oh yeah, OG's huge. We're selling like they're making new model kits for it and everything, and they're doing a big push for all of the stuff. The Huckabine 30 model kit sold out, like basically instantly." You came all the way to the moon? Well then, let's not waste a minute. I'm gonna get as much fun out of my band as I can. And then, and also they're doing their big expo right now where there's a bunch of OG merch, and it's literally a big thing that's just, hey, here's all the OG shit. Isn't OG great? Everybody loves it. To the point that they even had extra large like shirts and the clothes and shit, which they normally don't do because Japanese people don't get to extra large size. Generally, as a rule, when they do clothing things. Pilot of the Turn A, if you fear the Black History Soul, leave that machine and beg for your life. Please, enough. There's no reason for us to fight. Enough of your mewling, boy. Is it the traditional duty of the House of Gingham to protect the Moonrace's rulers of the House Soleil? Why are you disobeying our will? The nerve. The Turn A is a forbidden mobile suit. To destroy it is to defend the Anna. Forbidden mobile suit? You're gonna listen to the enemy commander, Lauren? But what he said, could it be about the legend of the Promised Land? I'll tell you one more thing. The Turn X nearly defeated the Turn A in the distant past. Even now, the scar on its breast aches to destroy the Turn A. We battle, Turn A, and in our battle you will awaken the Turn X. Moves a bit away. The Hucker 30, it's just like the Huckabine like Mark II, but with a big XXX visor on it. Yeah, like in the, but yeah, and it's like, oh yeah, and here's all these stickers and all these things and outfits and costumes and clothes and toys and model kits and bags and patches that are the spell list. OG's dead. They're definitely not spending millions of dollars on OG shit right now. It's like fucking morons. And yeah, in the interview he says that he wants to finish the OG story. The plan was always to end the OG story in the game after Moon Dwellers. That doesn't mean no more OG games. That just means the end of the OG story, right? Yeah. So it's yeah. That's that guy. That guy says that where like It's the same guy who's like, how did you translate this thing instead of Darkness Slash? That's what he says in the anime. No, it's not. He definitely doesn't. Yeah, he does. To my ear, he does. He definitely doesn't say Darkness Slash. And when you base your entire argument off, well, that's what he says, maybe you should shut the fuck up when that's not what he says. And basically the deal is OG games sell really good and they do really well, and I wouldn't be surprised if this was the end of OG games as they currently are, but I would be very surprised if they never made a game that was only OG characters ever again. I would, what I expect to happen was this would be the end of, like, OG as it is. So it's OGs, Gaiden, second OGs, Dark Prison, Moon Dwellers, this game. That's 6 games, that's the end of that whole series. Nice, done it. And then, it would be, like Spammy says, like, they could do an OG universe based around the ZEUTH franchise, where you go to different dimensions. It's like, you just have the ZEUTH guys be there, and they dimension hop, and it could be like, oh, here we go, and just have it be like a mainline game, right? Where it's like, oh yeah, Mazinga's in this one. It's not a sequel to the other one, it's just the guy. So it'd be like, oh yeah, SRX team are in this one, and so's WKNL, and that's the OGs for this one. We'll have some new little fellas like Octo Squad level will be there, just some guys hanging out, and then that's it. They just do that, and then next game SRX team might be in it again, but it's not a sequel, it's just a standalone thing, and they're not going to go into history of the SRX team because we all know that, just like how, you know, we don't go into how the Mazingas get made in this one and shit, right? I'd be very surprised if they never made an OG game again. Bell level 9 Orag, so she's laughing, she's loving this. Mariboy's loving this. She's like, damn, Gim, this is great. So does she get blown up on this page then? Okay, no, she does get blown up on this page. She's mostly just having a big giggle. No. I can't find where Maribel gets blown up, but it's Gim said it'd be amazing, and this is pretty good shit. See you next time. Let's have some more good fighting next time. Because that's that lady. Yeah, and then he talks about that mobile suit. Did they dig that up in a mountain cycle on the moon? How it reminds me of Katamari? Yeah! He's got the Katamari head. You go with the whole interdimensional thing, it won't be hard to mix in L and UX. Yeah, like crossing over the OG things is like never fucking difficult ever. And the guy who said Seed's good was like, oh, if they want to have IBO, they'd have to do dimensional stuff because the IBO guys are anti-Federation, and all other UC Gundam explicitly works for the Federation, except for Zeta and Unicorn. Oh, you mean Zeta, the one that is the version they fucking use forever now? You mean that one? That one? That's the one. As if it'd be fucking hard. Like, IBO is not so special it's impossible to adapt, motherfucker. And he's like, oh, but they're having multi-dimensional stuff, and they've really backed off on that. And people are just like, in T, yeah, but X was like a multi-dimensional crossover, and so was V. And he's like, oh no, but you didn't do like hop between the different dimensions. It's like, every root split in V is which dimension you go to, and the plot is that all the dimensions are going to mash together and blow up and kill everybody. What the fuck are you talking about? But that's that guy. That guy just says a bunch of stupid shit. He just says stupid shit all the time. You know, IBO's anti-beam coating, you can just see the other way. I mean, is anti-beam coating a problem? These guys have eye fields. That guy's literally immune to beams. We saw the turn A boys getting attacked. Eye field blocks beams. They have stuff that stops beams already. That's a mechanic. There's a bunch of anti-beam shit already. It's not... There's literally nothing in it that is difficult to... Saying super shit is pretty fun, to be honest. I can see the attraction, but I don't understand it when every time you say stupid shit, everybody else just in the world just goes, "Can you shut the fuck up?" And as far as us why the other Gundam was so hopped up about being weapons, I mean, that's the deal, right? There was a thing where everybody needed a bunch of anti-beam shit that stops the fucking colony laser. And then it turns out you don't need that so much when everybody just uses the much less powerful beams, because they needed that for the big AI war, right? And they just got that shit, so they're very resistant to beams. And the other Gundam guy's like, well, turns out you don't need that much anti-beam shit, really. It's just these guys from 500 years ago who are all fucked up. Like, those guys have the anti-beam shit because they needed to fight a guy that shot the giant beams, and then when they, you know, everybody else just does normal beams and it was too expensive. That's why they only made 72 guys that were immune to beams. It's like, oh no, you can't kill those 72 guys who were never intended for any other human to fight ever anyway. Yeah, cross arrays is fucking wild, where it's like each one of them counteracts and the hard counters another one. Like you say, the IBO boys body the entirety of Seed Destiny. The Seed Destiny boys are also just invincible to them because of the phase shift armor. They're just like, oh, it's gonna be a hero, baby. Where it's like the IBO boys are invincible to the Seed boys, and the Seed boys take like 75% less damage from the IBO boys, and they just end up in this big thing where they're not doing any fucking damage to each other. And everybody laughs at Wing. Check out this sick move. Let's go. Get the punchy. Okay, so we got our damn thing for fighting this guy. Got him down to below half health. Not bad at all. This is far more enjoyable than our clashing orb. Giving them. Gather your men and pull back at once. Likes of a royal guard. There's order me. Giving them. And we'll finish you off if that's how you're gonna be. Seems to me you're after the same thing as those brothers. War. We put you down here and now. Haste makes waste. This age of conflict, the black history, has only just begun. But I'll be bringing a souvenir back home with me today. And you gonna say those souvenirs are our lives? Not at all. What I want is... Oh no! Eh? Your moonlight butterfly, turn, eh? What are you doing? The data within you will fully awaken the Turnex's functions. Let's... Stop, Gim. That power has extinguished Earth civilization. It's forbidden. Wait, what's that supposed to... You saw it at the end of Dome's recording. The rainbow-coloured light blanketed in the sky. They were the nanomachines scattered by the Turn A. The Moonlight Butterfly system. Nanomachines? Virus-sized machines that are programmed to execute specific actions. The Moonlight Butterfly consumed all, reducing Earth civilization to sand and assimilating it with the soil. The Earth was left in ruins by the White Doll? It was following that the Great Power manifested and space-time was destroyed? His job's finished, the White Doll went to sleep in Inglesa. The Promised Land is a forbidden land. No man must touch it. A demon sleeps in North America. All those legends were referring to the White Doll? The Turn A is such a machine? Aye, and the Turn X, the Turn A's elder brother, is its overseer. Oh, we broke the seal of the Black History and even awakened the Moonlight Butterfly. All I wanted was to distance the moon race from conflict, to secure everlasting peace to it. This is the Queen's fault. Don't realise how foolish it is to desire peace for yourself while shutting your eyes to the rest of the world? The Queen has long since awakened her own fighting spirit. Peace can only be protected by removing such people. For that reason you tried selling Her Majesty off to the Federation. Agrippa Maintainer! Gingham! For the crime of trying to pawn off the Queen, I, Gingham, will lay judgment upon you, traitor! Time to do the damn butterfly. No, but Moonlight Butterfly! But yeah, just Gecko Chodiari. Annihilate, fucking donked. Agrippa. I've got what I came here for, Diana and ZEUTH. We shall meet again. Gingham, you keep trailing that path despite knowing the truth of the Black History? It could be useful if you play our cards right. Man who awakened the power of a turn type. You might certainly bring the Black History to its conclusion. I won't allow it. I'm sure the White Doll, the Turn A's power, can be used to help build our future. That's right, Laurentiac. That's what warriors, what Gundams fight for! Then our own Gundams will fight to destroy exactly that. Well, I mean, no, that's that guy. What if you let me pick the guy? You know what? Let's put Faye in front.
私の前に立ったのを後悔なさい。グラビティランドシュート。
Gravity Ring Shoot. I mean, that is the limit of his range, and that other boy definitely don't got the range to sloop on over. I did also like Torada's thing where he's like, okay, we're adding the auto battle thing because everybody is old now and doesn't have the spare time to play a full video game anymore. And where it says out like, oh no, when we did a survey, most people said they don't read the story, so we did a lighter story, but then everybody who does read it complained. It's like, yeah, Torada, unfortunately, most people don't play video games. They don't read stories, they don't do shit. Most people, when showing a character creator, just mash through on the default. Most people will play like 30% of your video game and then that's it, you're done. You know what? You can look at this man. Good grief. Or like, yeah, like some people are completely deranged and will play a 100-hour RPG 3 times in 2 days somehow, and other people just won't fucking bother. Like the most people play a game for like 30 minutes and then never pick it up again. So you probably shouldn't make your video game around the people who don't want to play the video game, actually. The people who just think they want to play the video game. Where it's like the Mass Effect stats where it's like 80% of people just play with the default Shepard, they don't change or do anything. And then it's like 10% of people will even get a single ending. People just don't play the damn video games. People just fucking don't, on average. And it's It's like there's probably a nice middle ground where it's like you can make your game not as like long, and it's like, oh yeah, if most people don't play like a thing, then why even bother making the rest of it? And it's like, well, because if you start going for the amount of people who do a thing, then sorry, you're going to end up not making anything. Yeah, like, let's look at the... Oh, alright. Yeah. Well, I wanted to look at achievement stats, but I wasn't allowed because their website's down. Yeah, like there are some games where like there's an actual fan base, people be like, oh yeah, they're gonna do some shit. Yeah, those games where no one but people who play it have bought it, whereas there's some shit where the normies, not true gamers, just won't fucking bother. They'll buy it and then go play it for 30 minutes and then go, I don't have time to do this. And it gets to the point where it's like, okay, 75% of people just don't even fucking bother with the character creator. They just mash through on the default option, quick start, give me the juice. So should every game not have a character creator in? It's like, no, you should have a character creator in if you want to have a character creator in, Mr. Developer Man. It's like, oh yeah, the games are really expensive and you got to do your budget and don't put it in on the stuff that's going to be a waste of time. But basically, literally everything is a complete waste of time if you go by how many people buy a thing and then engage with the content of the thing. There is sometimes with different characters that you're out, man. Sometimes you don't actually look like a gremlin. That's also a thing. But do you like change the class of the guy? Like in Mass Effect, did you go, oh yeah, I'm gonna be the Vanguard instead of just the fight guy? You're the sicko what super supposed to. I mean, yeah, exactly. That's the trick, right? This is very strange to me. I actually wanted Faith for a reason over there, so. You at least think about it? I mean, yeah, you not just mash the button, it doesn't matter what I pick. It's like whatever the first option on the thing, it's like that's the one that's most played. I mean, Space Thunder. Usually goes there, cool as the. I mean, yeah. It's a good one. Let's see if you can get her to say it. Yeah, it seems really weird to me to buy the visual novel video game Super Robot Wars and then go, I'm not going to read the story. But some people just like that, ain't they? And so, yeah, and so the choose your own route thing that's going to be in 30 is there are key stages that you have to do, and there's a bunch of optional ones that you don't. So if you get the fatigue or you just want to get through it to see the story, you don't have to play as much game as someone who wants all of the content. And then they're like, oh, if this is successful and popular, do you think you'd do it in future? And Tora's like, it would be fucking hell. We've had to write so many different versions of the text where it's like, oh, you did this one first, then this one, then this one. And oh, no, now this time you did this one first, and then that one second, and that one third. Oh, jeez. To account for the different orders you can grab guys, and oh, there might be some units earlier this time, so they should have lines. It's like, yep. Oh, thunder. Time to find Roger versus the brothers. The Furosto brothers. Boingo, boingo, brothers. He's here somewhere. I've seen him. Here we go. I'm willing to take your suffering under consideration, you know. You're offering to negotiate on behalf of the entire world? That'll be too much, no matter how talented you may be. We'll communicate our suffering to the world with power, not diplomacy. Understood, and you've certainly laid out your terms as well. Eye for an eye, tooth for a tooth. Power is your approach. I'll respond in kind. Yeah, the thing with Crossenge is that even people who like it say there's like 2 minutes of good shit every episode, and that good shit is really good shit, and the rest of it is actually fucking heinous. And like some people are like, oh, they just did the sunrise shock thing in the first episode. It's like, yeah, there's the sunrise shock thing, and there's having a character like sexually assaulted with a metal gauntlet in prison, while having it lovingly shot like it's a porno. Oh, that's what happened? Yeah. You thought that was a weird scene? Yeah, like in Super Overwatch, where it's just like, oh, she's naked and makes a face. That's very different to what happens in the show. Because what happens in the show is bad shit, as it's known. And like it does the thing where they're like, as the pilot suits like that for some reasons, blah blah blah. Who knows? And it's the it does the thing where it's like, isn't it bad? This thing like with the fucking guy, the bozo man, you know the one, the guy who sucks. What's his name? The guy who sucks. Everybody hates him. He's the guy that everybody loves to hate. Embryo, yeah, that's the one. Where it's like, isn't it bad and disgusting how Embryo's like this, how Embryo's like, I love strong women, while having two women in naked aprons feeding pancakes. And it's like, on the one hand, yeah. On the other hand, hey, show, you're still doing that? It's one of them classic ones, right? Where they're like doing a thing and going, look, isn't it bad? We're doing a satire of this. It's like, you're still doing that though. You're still doing that though. You're still like, if someone just showed you this scene without the words, it's shot and framed the exact same way. So, you know, but then you see how selfish you're being. I know people who really wanted to go on living and couldn't, and still, you. We weren't even given the chance to live proper lives. We're simply sharing our suffering with the world that brought it on us. The likes of you won't stop us. You're just throwing a tantrum. You have the chance to live however you want. What's the point of doing this? You're alive and you better appreciate it. Yeah, like, you can have that shit in your show, but you need to work to make it not just be, oh, you've got that thing while going, isn't it bad? We know it's bad, but we're doing it. Amurore, as a new type, your destiny is to start the war that ends the world. What are you talking about? Someone who feels inferior to you and your power will cover this world in flames. You know something about the black history that Dome didn't say? We have our own backer, and it seems like he wants the world to end too. Amurore, you can never stop us, because you're one of the pillars of that conflict. Damn, I wonder who they're talking about. I wonder who feels inferior to that guy. Invest in your voice, Sasuke, but will also be switch over to more folks than you see was main Nesco voice, that sort of thing. What they have in Super Wars, they have all of the best bits of Cross-Ange, which is the relationship between the different characters all being shitheads to each other. And just all being the worst fucking human beings of all time. And the Destiny Boys, the Seek Destiny Boys, are mostly just there to go, these guys are fucking awful. Athrun, why have you done this? And they just dunk on each other constantly. They're like, Athrun, did you bring me here to deal with these awful women? And they're like, who you calling an awful woman? And she's like, you're fucking, shut the fuck up. Horrendous creature, screeching harpy, be gone, worm. I gotta say, because I don't want to bop him. Because I want to get down the other guy also. I wish to get both of them to be cool. Asnable. Sure, Asnable. Do you have the right to oppose us? Excuse me? You're destined to destroy the world, just like us. Yes, someday the pain of failing as a new type will spur you down that path. I don't know what the future holds, but right now I have to stop you. And I'll do so not as Shar Aznal, but Quattro Bagina. I don't know who this Shar Aznal fellow is, but he sounds like a huge piece of shit. Okay, so here's a problem. Right, this is all Hellzone in this area, and this guy's fucking standing there. So, you know, boofer my fucking boofer. Okay, and then... yeah, there we go. Oh, they'll do the frost combination if I attack him. Yeah, sure, he can do that if he wants. Call it now and combat takes that cross engine due to quite a long brutality to third stage 6 months. I mean, that's always a classic, right? Yeah, it's a good thing I grow out of and not into being Shar Aznavour. Classic. And like Ange in Super Robot Wars, she's also just cool and funny anyway, because she's just a horrible little gremlin. So Super Robot Wars Cross Ange is good because it gets... because they cannot, by virtue of the deal, do the skeevy shit beyond look at a titty and a boob. Look at a booba and a butt. They can't do the... They avoid all of that shit because they just can't do it, even if they wanted to, which they don't, because they're only half brain poisoned by the booba. Ashtaron. I mean, glad I didn't accidentally kill him then. They're gonna destroy the world. And yeah, we will destroy this world. I still get comments that are like, oh yeah, thanks for doing this video, how do I do it on PC for adding the music to the games. I'm glad I did that video, because I was just like, I'll just do that, because whatever. It turns out it actually helps a lot of people. Yeah, wherever you should achieve Mickey played with Sniper, all the zeros lined up and batted a video. Oh, the influx of yes, yes. That's V. That's what they be about on V. I mean, these guys have anything strong? They got the energy regen. 2 solar panels? Oh yeah, we definitely got to blow both of them up. Alright. Do we have the... Oh, we fucking do. Refill that boy up, baby. It could be like steal your chicken better. You can't. You just gotta be faster if you want to steal my chicken. I think we need to get him down just a ickle bit more. Just a ickle bit more. But on the other hand, he is a very strong boy with soul, so not soul, the other one. Valor. They're gonna try and frost bro me? Oh well, I'm only taking 10 damage anyway, so fuck them. Let's see what Peru's doing the pro thing. Yeah, Peru. Peru. Rita's gonna eat that ice cream.
今のレントにやれるよ。その言葉が聞ければ俺きっと飛べる。
Beautiful. So now I'm gonna go through and see if there are any other good shit for the Frost Bros. So the Frost Bros are like, "Hey Katsuragi, the Singularity. If you asked, we would gladly accept you and Captain Olsen as well." And he's like, "Sorry, I don't take passes from dudes. But after how you've been holding a grudge against the entire world for something so stupid and petty, I wouldn't take you up if you were the hottest chicks on the planet." And they're like, "Oh well, whatever then." Rand, he's like, "I had a rough childhood myself, but that doesn't hold a candle to yours." And like, "Don't compare what we went through to some hoodlums' petty brawls." And like, "Why not? You're trying to smash up whatever makes you unhappy. That's just what kids are like. Like, you could never understand our agony, our shame." And he's like, "Everybody's got to put up with pain. You're trying to add on to that, you've got something loose. My job is pound it back into place. That's how I get repairs done, so buckle up." They say that Duke, as the son of a royal family, can never understand their pain, and he's like, "I sympathise with your hardships, but putting that shit on to other people and making other people's lives worse, you shouldn't really do that." Camille is like, "You want war? You realise how much suffering it will cause?" And like, "Awakening as new type, you must be destroyed." He's like, "Didn't you hear? What the hell? We can't let it hold us back from progress." They're like, "Oh yeah, we're progressing through the destruction of the world." He's like, I gotta beat you." Apollo, he's like, "I figured you had some stupid excuse. We're just pissed off and taken out on everybody. It's worse than I thought. You could never understand us." And he's like, "And I don't want to understand you." Jamil, he says that you and I, just like Zydel and Bloodman, bound by the illusion that is the new type, lost in a labyrinth of our own making. Like, yeah, we're gonna get a way out via Revengi. Talk about Jira, and they're like, oh yeah, you're another byproduct of the Destiny plan. And they're like, we're not the ones who want to destroy the world, so shut the fuck up. And they're like, it's because you didn't know. If you had known where you would come from, you would be able to stand. He goes, if no one would have made me spiteful like you, I'd rather be stupid. Gain is just like, I don't like you too. And they go, nor we you. Banjo, your lives will turn in a direction you didn't want by factors you can control. I can relate. I'm like, what? He goes, I won't let that sink me into darkness. They're like, all this power you dispose on, this is all you choose to use it on. He's like, the other one's given up, are you two? Any other good ones? Gainer. Oh yeah, Gainer's just like, you've concentrated your hatred between yourselves. I know that feels from when I was shut in my room gaming all the time. And you let yourselves magnify each other's hate, so you considered everyone your enemy, and they go, well analysed. If you sympathise us, then disarm. He's like, no way! I'm gonna beat you up, so you figure out what you're doing's dumb as hell. Tetsuya calls them both pathetic. He's like, we aren't after your pity. He's like, don't be stupid. It's not pity, it's contempt. Shin is like, society ruled by genes. I don't know if I still believe in the chairman, but I do know that you're trying to do more war right now, so knock it off. Yeah, they're like, hey, Marion, how can you not just collapse under the weight of knowing that all of your battles have been completely meaningless? And they go, because I want to end the war. Shut the fuck up. Yep, we know all about you. Togatenkuji, it's the Gravion boy, raises a machine of war. Like twisted from the beginning, like us. And he's like, I only have my pride in my position as a Grand Knight. We are the fang that bites in defense of the fangless. Nothing like you. And everyone's like, hey, hell yeah. Yeah. So you bought into Sandman's indoctrination, we have no use for you, and then Loot is just, we never had any use for you jerks anyway. They want the turn A. They'll be, they're more worthy to wield it. And he's like, you're just gonna use it to kill everybody. No. Rome is like, everything sucks and you're adding on that? And he's like, what others are doing is none of our concern. He's like, nah, I'm not gonna let you take innocent lives. Kira, they're just like, he's a very fancy boy. Garrett, I'm not buying it. Everyone here's been through hard times, made it out alive. It's no excuse to try and blow up the world just because you've got a problem. You'd never understand our pain. As if anybody could. But 60,000 and 2 solar panels ain't bad. 2 levels on the boy as well. Ugh. Brother! You're done, Shagya. Now take it like a man. Silence, Garadran. We'll be the true victors. This world will burn. See you once, and you have a good one. We will not stop until we have our revenge on everything that rejected us. Oh, enough of that. The whole world didn't reject you two. You two turned your back on it because it was easier. Too late for you. The war we so desired is already beginning. Damn it, they still haven't given up. That's just how persistent they are. I'm sure we're going to see him again. Yeah, and I'll take them on. No way I'm putting up with that war of theirs. And now it's all the Federation people. Yep, the Federation fleet that remained inside Requiem. Are they going to attack us? And then, I have no intention of acting so foolishly. You understood Dome's story then, Captain Sirocco? Colonel Sirocco? Indeed, and as I thought, humanity needs to be guided by a proper ruler to avert the Black History. Such a task is too great for a dreamer like Durandal. You're going to fill that position yourself? At the very least, I won't entrust the world to a group whose vision is as vague as yours. Why don't you insist on looking down on everyone? I'll leave you be for today, ZEUTH. Keep up the hard work. For as long as you can. And then Haman, Paptimus Sirocco. You truly are incompatible with one another. This is dangerous as Durandal, but in a different way. And then Lacus is like, oh yeah, we're not all that different, that we're concerned for mankind's future, but he just wants dominion over everyone else's free will. And then Kira's like, the Destiny Plan, a system where someone else decides the fate of others. And then the Black Charisma's on the boat. What a bunch of rubbish, isn't it? Black Charisma? Since when was this guy on the King Beale? Oh, I guess you didn't notice. I was also in Dome throughout the entire thing. The reveal of the truth about the Black History is such a major occurrence, I just couldn't miss it. Such impact. You sneaky little... You're going to tell us who you are and what you're after. Afraid not. You see, I simply came in here to pick up that man. What? Shall we go, Professor Kazumi? Professor? That creep's even using those chromexes? Just one of those isn't a problem, so let's bring it down. We can't, the Professor's on board. That's flying away. So, where do you wish to go then, Professor? The new Federation? The plants? The Gingham Fleet? Take you wherever you like. What's that supposed to mean? Hold on, Professor, we're coming to save you. This doesn't concern you, Toshia. What? I've had enough of this group's pointless notions of morality and justice getting in my way. I'm going someplace where my intellect will be properly appreciated. What are you talking about, Professor? Still haven't understood? The Professor's leaving you. That can't be true. How does the Federation sound for you, Professor? They were indeed very appreciative of my fallen angel data. What? Then the Federation's getting their hand on the angel power. That was you? You finally figured out, you imbeciles? This was all because you stopped my research. But, since I'm here, I'll tell you a little something that you didn't know about one of the worlds that was separated in the aftermath of the Black History. The Earthlings of that world used my Trinity energy, went on to try and conquer the galaxy. What? Told you that, Professor. Taral did. He and the Eldar come from the future in order to strike down the Earthlings who'd invade their world. They're from the future? Black Charisma, take me to the Skull Moon base. You're not. I am! I have no further attachment to Earth now that I know the truth of the Black History. As you wish. Actually convenient, because I have something to deliver to them. This is where I part ways with Earth while you're drowned in its dark future, ZEUTH. So off he goes. Yeah, the man who tortured a child, turns out he's bad. Professor! Ksa! Ksa! Damn it! God damn it! Professor, how could you betray us for the aliens? And so, back in Dome, Diana's talking to Dome about there are those who refuse to stop fighting despite the knowledge that it's going to cause the Black History. And so, our people's going to have to fight them to stop the thing from happening. But us fighting makes the thing from happening. It's not ideal, but, you know, everyone's going to do their best to shape the future with their own hands. Dome decrees that Diana gets to be the new advocate of the Black History here, saying that the day has finally come for it to rest after imparting the truth. He tells Tifa that his work is done, and he entrusts everything to us and our newfound strength. Lancero tells Jamil how he's going to accompany him, throwing that to get absorbed into Zaft along with the rest of the revolutionaries now that the commander is dead. He's not willing to let Earth end up just as Dora Null wants, or as another Black History, and we're probably the best party to make that happen. And so, Jamil thanks Lancero that they might have lost both their powers and stopped being new types, but even as regular humans, they can help build a new world. And Dome is like Shah Esnmal. What I spoke of concerning the mean of new types was merely my own opinion. The fact that the new type ideologists couldn't bring themselves to question it was due to how bound they were to the curse of the word new type. And Haman says, "You're right, and that's why I keep trailing the path I believe in, regardless of what others might say." It's like, good. I believe those who do so, unfettered by the curse, are the true new types. And Quattro says, and that is what will pave the way for the innovation of humanity? You must find the answer yourself. Thanks, Dome. Your words have filled me with courage. You are connected to Garrod, and for the first time have accepted your powers. You even decided to become stronger. And I don't want the future we'll live in to be a sad one. Tifa, you still accept your powers? Powers or not, I'm still me. I want to live just as Rent and Eureka, accepting each other the way they are. Exactly. New types and non-new types are the same. Humans. You have also overcome the curse of that word. Right. Diana Sai, I believe in humanity. As do I. Sleep well, Dome. Thanks a lot. None of us are ever going to forget this day. Garrett, Tifa, all of you. The old era is now over. I have faith that you'll avert the black history and create your future. And so analysis of Kazami's room shows he's been leaking all of our data for a while now, including not only the Fallen Angel stuff, but also all of the data on our machines and our strategy. Mostly sold that to the Federation, which makes it odd to Minako that he didn't try to flee to them. Seems like he's not just turned his back on us, but the whole of Earth. And Marion, as a fellow scientist, can see he's become so immersed in his research he's lost his own heart along the way. The reality of the dimensional collapse and the black history probably accelerated his despair, and he's trying to assuage that the only way he knows how, by getting even greater scientific knowledge from the aliens. Minako still finds it hard to believe considering how long they've been working together to defend Earth's peace, and Kira figures it must be the black charisma behind his change of heart. And Julie's like, this betrayal, not just of ZEUTH, but of fundamental scientific ethics, deserves to be repaid with death, regardless of his reasons. And everyone's like, holy shit, Julie, what the hell, aren't you his greatest admirer? He's like, we need to prepare ourselves to do what's necessary. He just defected to the Skull Moon Alliance, and he's loaded with all of our data. We won't beat the aliens unless he's dealt with. But with Requiem now silenced, that's where we're heading next. And the longer we delay, the greater the damage his defection will be. So Toshiya recalls that Teral said to the prisoners of war from Io, including his dad, that they're all being held at the Skull Moon. So he must... is he going to have to fight the Professor to set him free? And inwardly Julia is like, my greatest ambition was to become a greater scientist than him. This isn't how I wanted it to end. And we go to the bazaar. And so, while having a rummage in the Requiem base, we found a bunch of spare G-bits, all ready to function as a dome self-defense system. Karis remembers how the Frost Brothers took control of them, but it seems some were left behind. And Jiren is like, oh, we might as well use them then. Astanage says you can't just flip a switch and send them off, and Jamil says that by rights they were made to be controlled via the Flash system. We can get them to work if we use that system, but the problem is the GX and the DX are limited to the satellite system only. Kid thinks of a way around that though, and it involves the part he got from Conoset. That mystery box that we bought in the Zonda Epta Bazaar. And wouldn't you know it, it's a control module for the Flash system. Garrett's not a new type though, so he couldn't make it, but you know, Tifa, having made a decision to help, she can control all of them shit for her. It's great. And so we got the damn G-bits. And so, yeah, it's the same as rescuing Tifa, and you need to buy the Black Box F. And once you bought the Black Box F, then you get it. And if you're Setsuko, then you need 2 secret points and 50 skill points to get it.